Today I'm going to show you how to paint the NCR Patrol Rangers from Fallout Wasteland Warfare's recent New Vegas wave of releases, right after this. Hey everyone, Sam here from the Tabletop Hub, and today I'm going to take you through a very easy to follow guide on how I achieved this look for my NCR Patrol Rangers from the NCR core set from Fallout Wasteland Warfare. Now if you want to pick this set up for yourself, you can use the code TABLETOPHUB at the link in the video description, and if you do, a little portion of the sale goes to supporting the content here on the channel, so thank you if you choose to do so. First off, I primed the models in grey and began painting the trousers, gloves and under armour of the Rangers in Army Painter's Necromancer's Cloak. Now this gives it a nice dark look without simply painting it with black paint. We're aiming for a nice smooth finish here, so don't worry if you need to give it a few thin coats to cover it fully. Next we're on to the armour. For this I used a 1-to-1 mix of Army Painter's Army Green and Leather Brown. The armour for the NCR Rangers isn't really just brown, but it's not just an army green colour either. Now if you've got a tan colour in your paint set, you could use that, but I found mixing these two colours together really helped get a close match to what I've seen in Fallout New Vegas, and I'm really happy with it, so it's what I'd recommend. Once you mix your paints, add this to all of the armour straps, and the hat of the Rangers. Next, I got some Army Painter's Skeleton Bone and dry brushed all of the armour and the hat of the Rangers. Now this adds a lovely dusty look to our Rangers that really sells the effect that they've been out patrolling in the Mojave. Now don't worry about being super tidy with this, I actually dry brushed the guns, gloves and a little bit of the trousers, and for me I thought it looked great. You don't have to dry brush those areas, but more so just know that it's okay if you do. It'll look great either way, we're mainly just wanting to highlight the edges of the armour here. Next I took Army Painter's Oak Brown and painted the skin, and took my Necromancer's Cloak to paint the facial hair and the head hair of both of the Rangers, which was super tricky. The details on these models are really quite fine. For the base, I took Army Painter's Uniform Grey and painted the road pavement areas and all of the rocks on the model. And while this was drying, one of the models has a skull on their scenic base, so I got some skeleton bone and painted that before taking some Army Painter's Leather Brown to base coat the dirt, or more to the point, desert dirt on the bases. Then we're on to the final details. I got some Citadel's Nuln Oil and added a somewhat generous wash layer to the stone and rocks, really taking care to make sure that the wash seeped into the recesses and cracks. Then I got some Eggrax Earthshade from Citadel and added that to the skull and the desert dirt on the bases. To make the desert dirt look a bit more deserty, I got some Army Painter's Desert Yellow and dry brushed the dirt before adding a final dry brush layer with some skeleton bone, not only to the dirt layers, but also to the skull, just to add some definition to the highlights there. And to finish off the base, I dry brushed the stone areas with Army Painter's Ash Grey. Now if you've made it this far, congratulations. The final step is to take some Eggrax Earthshade and lightly add this to the main body of the miniature, to the armour, the legs, the arms, the hat, basically everything that's not the base. We don't want to add this heavily so that it pulls and clumps everywhere. Instead, we just want a very light coat of the Eggrax Earthshade to dull down some of the colours. And that's it, you got two NCR Patrol Rangers painted, finished and ready for the tabletop. If you've enjoyed this tutorial, feel free to subscribe, and until next time, have a great week, and I'll speak to you all soon.